For those who surround you need no funny kind. You can't see what's on my brain, I live inside my mind. Out of space and out of sight, you need me in my line. Need no face, don't need no phonies, no, no, no. Need no snakes, no only homies down for show. On go, go, go. Get a book and get the front and we load up and roll, roll, roll. I got kids, yeah, I got staff, I make a little need more, more, more. I sell records, you sell packs, not on my level, no, no, no. I'm a pop star, I'm a rock star, I'm a one-on-one. Think I'm not hard, you smoke rock hard waste, man, why you dumb? I'm with airline, we on airlines like we on the run. I'm with Tay, girls run up on me, they done. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why check cash, yeah, I need my ass. Yeah, yeah. Why?
The one we have waited our entire lives for.
Welcome to Death Row.
Like we always do about this time.
I'm gonna fight your fucking ass.
You don't got, you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park.
There's a little snake in the grass.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
No forget Jesus, people.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Hey, Pussy, are you still there?
I'm back.
Who the fuck is that guy? Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
I would like to introduce.
Welcome to the MMA for Money live special edition with I got UFC fighter Gustavo Lopez after his submission win of former UFC vet Anthony Burchek. How are you doing, Gustavo?
Doing amazing, man. Truly blessed. Out just bunch of errands, doing business stuff. I got it. I'm trying to invest the money I have in other things, and went to the dentist, all type of good things. But end of the day, now I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna go watch the Seahawks game, and then probably go on a dinner date.
Nice, man.
We just
Yeah, well, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here, man. I knew that last time when I interviewed you after the Marab fight, the ceiling that you had, and I knew that you'd be back here after a W, and we'd be talking about you whooping someone's ass. Unfortunately, Anthony, you're our boy. I didn't know that, okay? So let's get into that first off. I tweeted Gustavo Lopez on weigh-in day after they weighed in and Anthony and him embraced. They like hugged. It's not often you see a hug on the weigh-ins, and I'm just a ruthless savage bastard. So I was like, no, Lopez, don't be hugging him, kill him. And I tweeted him something like that. And then I find out a little bit later in the UFC broadcast on Saturday, they're like, oh, they're former friends. And I was like, oh shit, no wonder why Gustavo didn't like my tweet. So so either way, so Anthony Burchek, we're huge fans of you too now. The way that he played and interacted with our tweets back and forth, he was a straight gentleman. And how long have you known him?
He was training in here in Las Vegas 5 years ago. I think he was here for like a year or two, but we always stayed in touch. Good friends with one of our good friends, Travis and Nick DeLee, moved down there, and they just do their own thing. And he's a mutual friend of all of us. We hanged out multiple times. It's crazy. When I got the call, when my manager hits me up like, "Hey, man," I was like, let me put it back. Let me go back. We're the day of 3 weeks before this fight that I had just recently had, I ended up getting COVID. Oh. And I'm like, oh fuck. Hey, at least we got 3 weeks. I was kind of feeling kind of sick for a little bit for like 2 days, and then got better. And then so all I had to do is just wait the 14 days, and then we were able to go. But that 14 days put me in fight week. So I was just trying to stay in shape. I wasn't able to go. I literally locked up in my house. I ended up setting it up to be cool, and I just ran and did a bunch of homework. I was trying to, this whole pandemic that we're in, we got to try to be safe as much as possible. So I just stayed in. I got, weight was down. Luckily, we had already a good camp already for it. So we're like ready for it. I just had to get my weight down for the last 3 weeks and just ran. But the week of the fight, after I got over it, they call us up on Friday, like, hey, we have to come get COVID tested. No big deal. So we go over there, and I come out positive still after 2 weeks. Like I had it already positive. I was already positive the first time. Took the 14 days that I needed. I felt great. Went to go get tested again before the fight. Came back positive.
That's crazy.
Holy shit! Like fight's over. Like fight's done. I'm not gonna do it. The UFC doctor, Dr. D, ended up calling the UFC like, no. There's no way. There's no reason why he should be positive. Check him again. Make sure I think we just got a false positive one. So they give me 2 more days, and I get tested on Monday. And the next day, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm still gonna fight. No big deal. So I go on a run on Tuesday morning, and I get a call that I'm negative and you're good to go. That weekend, we found out that Carlos was tested positive too. So he was out of the fight. And I'm like, oh, that weekend was just crazy. Everybody was getting sick. Luckily, I came back negative. Carlos came out positive. And then Burchek, they offered me Burchek. They're like, hey, we got a replacement. I'm not sure how many other people were in line, but I was told by my manager, Burchek, it was like I think it was like the best bet for us to fight. It's fight Burchek or possibly not fight. Because I don't know if they couldn't find nobody or whatever, but they told me, hey, Burchek is the guy. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll fight. I want money. I'll fight him.
Yeah.
I knew he was a friend. Like he's a friend, but I'll fight a friend if they pay us, right?
Oh,
as
yeah.
Long as it doesn't mess up with crazy rankings or, like, yeah, like we don't train under the same teammates now. It's been like 3 years since we actually trained, but we trained before, and like we're mutual friends, but we don't train now. And
yeah, that makes sense.
He been on a tear. He fought his last 4 or 5 fights, first round finishes. He's a monster on the ground. Owns his own gym in Tucson. This guy's a straight up G, and he's been working so hard trying to get back into the UFC and being able. And I'm like, I knew how that felt, like trying to get into the UFC, or even for him getting back. Like it's hard. It's not a simple thing that you just like, hey, I want to come back. It's not that. It's just you need to jump all these hoops and beat all these people, and things can go right. And that was the situation. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm gonna fight him. I gave him a call right after I got the text like, hey, you want to fight Burchek? I'm like, yeah, I'll fight him. I called Burchek. Like, hey man, no hard feelings, but let's do this. I know how hard you've been working. You've been trying to get in the UFC. Let's do this. You're in.
Yeah.
You're in. Let's fuck. So the good thing about it is that he's still a friend. He's in the UFC now. Got a 4-fight contract, and hopefully the next fight he does better. But he was so emotional about it because he knew like I could have said no. I easily could have said no. I easily could have said like, it's a friend. I'm not gonna. I don't want to mess that up, and But no, I feel like I'm a better friend for fighting my dude and giving him the chance to make some money. Especially we're in a pandemic. Who knows how things be going? But extra money is always great.
Exactly.
Be able to get back in the UFC and now has access to all the things that the UFC offers. Like, it cost him a loss, but I feel like he gained a lot more. He's gonna gain more out of this. So, man.
That's awesome. And it leads actually perfectly into a question I have is how did it feel to pull off a sub against the black belt as highly caliber as Burchek is? Because he's not just some slouch,
No, Burchek is a monster on the ground, and the weight cut made a big difference because I rode with Burchek before, and back in the day we go back and forth, and he's a game fighter. So to be able to see, because I haven't trained with him in the past 3 years, to see my game improve, it's cool. It was great. I wanted to just get the win. I was just going to get a finish, go in there, finish him, and go home. I'm glad at the end. I don't think he had that major injuries. He's sore, he's bumped and bruised, but nothing's horrible enough. Like nothing got broken. He called me, text me the next day, like, bro, my neck hurts.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. You know how it is when you get wrenched on by someone in the gym or in a fight. You pay it the next few days. Yeah,
it's different for the amount of damage that I took in the fight. There wasn't that many. I'm still a little sore. Like
that's crazy.
Kicked me one, like he got a good kick in my arm, and it was like just bruised, and then punched me in the face, and I'm like, probably just being that intense and that crazy for a fight. It's hard to do it back to back like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't even imagine, man. It's you definitely are a special breed of people who can just be so tense and stressed out and adrenaline all going and everything's, like it's crazy. And what's really
it's
crazy is how sweet and genuine and charismatic of a person that you are. I've met a lot of people and some really bad guys, and you come across so nice, man, and you're just like such a friendly dude, and I absolutely love that about you. And because I'm not to be rude, I would just never expect you to just be able to literally choke my ass out so fast or knock me unconscious. So it's really cool, because everyone always counts smaller guys out. I've always been a little bit smaller, so you always had to be like, oh, you think I'm smaller? Let's see what happens. You're not so big when you get dropped on the floor, right? So
100%.
yeah, once you get double leg or single leg, the 6 foot guy isn't so big anymore, and all of a sudden he's fucking just on his back like a turtle. But that is what it is. But after the fight, what did you, because there's no after parties like my brother and them used to do, big time things, right? So or there might have been, but was it the same? Obviously, way different this time, right? After party.
No, man. I didn't have an after party, but I did have a little gathering. I got a good connection up in I think I tweet a lot about El Dorado, this Mexican restaurant that I always go to. They took care of me. We got a bottle. We got a bottle of 1942 and just kind of had food. Like literally, we fought at 4:00. I was out of there by 5. We were literally having dinner at 6.
Nice. That's crazy.
Like it was crazy, and I'm like still adrenaline rushing right now, and I'm still in this such a good, like happy, excited, just thankful like energy. I've been like this since the fight, man. Just
Good.
nothing but positivity, been going great, and I'm just focusing right now on getting ready for my next fight. But right now, I'm also investing my money into different things, stocks. Planning on buying some property pretty soon. Took a trip, took some little trip. Ended up going to the SC versus Arizona, University of Arizona football game.
Nice. How was that?
Amazing, bro.
You just tailgated all?
No, you just literally, there was no fans, only family of players.
Oh, that's even cooler.
I put it on my story. I took a it's on my story, me being there with literally you see no fans in the background because only like those tickets are like they're not on sale. You have to be family. You have to be family of a player to get in. So luckily, I got some good friends. Actually, a business partner of mine, Danny Lockhart, that called me up like, "Hey man, we're going to SC. If you want to come, let me know." And I'm like, "Book it, let's go."
Well, awesome, man. Well, that investing is a huge thing. I love investing too. Prime MMAforMoney, our boss here, one of the best sports bettors there is. He got us into investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and stuff like that back in the day. So that's really how I became good friends with him, was just investing in him being my mentor, teaching me things like that. I was actually one of the early investors in Tesla. I slammed Tesla at $199 before it jumped up to $2,500.
I hope you kept those. I hope you kept those.
Hey, you better believe I got all them bitches. Those things are gonna go sky high and keep going. So stocks, I'm all for. And you are a smart guy, because a lot of guys, just like my brother and them, don't think of the long run. And I try to tell them, you got to have something.
You gotta have something, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely into stocks, definitely into stuff like that. I have a cool little setup right here in my house. About a fucking desk, get a whole screen projector. Oh, my body's already wakes up at 5:00 in the morning every morning, excited as fuck because it's time to make some money.
Yeah, totally. Me too. When the stock market opens, baby, I'm stoked. I check my Tesla stocks. I check all my Bitcoin prices, and so what I was also thinking about. I kind of have an opponent that I picked out for you. Sorry, guys, my little baby boy. Damien, named after Damien Maya. Say hi, Day Day. So your next opponent we kind of had in mind at the MMAforMoney show. Our buddy Super Tipstar, he also said it. Sugar Sean O'Malley. I just really think that you could dethrone him and just take his shine. I think that you're just way more superior on the feet, and then especially on the ground, he's not going to be able to take you down at all. And so I think you could just jump up fast in the rankings on that.
Thank you, man. That's a big compliment. because that guy's a stud. Amazing striking. He's been working his ground. But that fight for me, I think we're managed under the same management, so I don't think that fight's gonna happen anytime soon unless we're fighting for a title.
Oh, okay. So I kind of ruined it there. Well, I said it has nothing to do.
But
I don't.
It's
not.
good. It's good to be. I'm glad that people think I'm at that level because a lot of people don't really know who I am. They think like, oh, he just fought for this combate, no big deal.
No. I don't think you're on that level. I know,
better.
motherfucker. No, I know that you've been on that level since before Marab and at Marab especially. Now people are in big fucking trouble, dude. Every time that you sharpen your stand-up game, now they're in big fucking trouble, man. Because your wrestling's already sharp, and after Marab, I know you've already put it into your game to even to do more. And then you were already deadly. Your get-up game was really sharp. Oh, is that Yoshi? Because that was another fan question. The fans need to know if Yoshi was going to come in the mix. There he is, folks. There's the baby boy. Dang, he's looking healthy. Look at him. You could tell he's living on them good snacks now. He ain't on them dollar store snacks no more.
This guy is so spoiled. Like, I'm sponsored by this company called Real Water. So this is alkaline water.
Like, I'll spit it. Hey, shout him out. Shout him out.
Real Water, big love. Thank you for all you guys. We get so much water. Yoshi's been on it for the past 3 years.
It's nice.
Coat.
Look at it. Dude, this thing looking sharp. I got 8 chickens. I got 8 chickens I raise over here, and some of them have some really beautiful down feathers. And I'm looking at that shiny little skin over there on that dog. He's looking shiny and sharp over there. Well, it's awesome. It's awesome to see him and you, bro.
He's doing well. He gets custom food for him. Everything gets taken care of. Bro, this is like, I have no kids. I have no family. No one I gotta worry about. So this is the guy I spend majority of my money on. It's funny because he has a little day spa coming up Saturday. Got to go to the vet, dental cleaning, nails done,
nice.
Kid check. Like, you gotta take care of your loved ones.
Always. Your family is most important, and your friends. Friends, to me, family is friends. So when I say family, my friends are all combined. And 100%. So, do you have anyone in mind that you would like to fight off your head that you've been eyeing, or a couple people? Nothing yet.
Not at all, man. I really haven't looked to who I'm gonna fight next. I'm keeping myself ready when it happens.
Okay.
I know the way things are looking right now. They might just give me a call like, "Hey, you're gonna fight this guy tomorrow." I just want to be ready for whoever.
Well, we just lost a rare bet, lately on was Freitas Jr. versus Tony Gravely. So if you get the chance to beat up Tony Gravely, because I know you could you please accept that fight and whoop his ass so I can make some money here on the MMA for Money show, get my fans some more stacks?
If I get a call, I'm most likely gonna say yes to whoever shows up.
That's what you love to hear from a savage.
There's really nobody that I'm like I would avoid. I feel like I'm top notch. I'm only getting better. So if I get a call and if hey, they need me, I'm gonna show up ready.
100%, I agree, dude. Dude, I'm not joking. After what you did in the Rob fight with someone, he did not want to stand with you. He did not want any parts of that, right? You're gonna one day down the road. Remember, I told you last time when we talked about it on the last show. We're gonna fuck Rob up later down the road. We're going to be putting money down on Gustavo Lopez to whoop Marab's ass to get the comeback win, because I know my boy Gustavo Lopez is ready for that level. He walked in on short notice, bro. He was on short notice. He didn't get a full camp. He didn't know what he was doing yet. But
it literally felt like I just walked down and just had a fight. Just no idea who he was. We didn't know. We had literally 20 hours to cut the weight and fight. It wasn't.
That's insane.
My coach did some research and there's something we kind of knew. But at the time, I'm like, I'm just going to go out there and just let it hang out.
And dude, I think he's top 10 right now in the world. I think that I'm at. Dude, top 10. And my boy Gustavo Lopez is better. I'm telling you right fucking now, guys. Stay tuned for Gustavo Lopez's career. He's going to fuck fools up. You just don't know. He's got good energy, comes with heart, and he comes with mad skills. So, I mean, I'm just stoked to have you here on the show, man. Unfortunately, Bob, your favorite garbage man, my normal host, he didn't get to be here. He's doing a Bible study with his friends, and which is awesome. So he couldn't do that. Yep, good for him. And then my other, our new guy, you didn't get to meet yet. Mikey Gills, our DraftKings expert, super fun guy. a lot of good energy, just like you and me playing around. And so it's a lot of fun. So when you fought, another thing that happened was we had a DraftKings lineup for the MMA for Money show, and Mikey Gills he said, "Hey, who do I put? Gustavo Lopez or do I put? I think it was Bevon Lewis, dude. I think that was who fought that night, right with you."
I believe so.
And I said, "Bro, you fucking put Gustavo Lopez in. He's gonna whoop this dude's ass. It's gonna be that easy. Like, boom, we're done."
Bro, I had a friend of mine put $4,000.
Dude, that's so gangster.
Straight bet. He's like, bro, thank you for the money. I'm like, a lot of
Bro.
business that do bet, that do know me, we're like, oh, we gotta put money on G.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we bet on you. Me and Bob bet on you money line on a real bet in Vegas. This was for DraftKings. I wanted him to put you in, and he fucking chose Bevon Lewis, who got his ass kicked, over my boy Gustavo Lopez. He's so lucky he's not here right now to hear the bullshit we would be giving him. But it's all good. We love you, Mikey Gills. Gustavo forgives you. I don't. Don't ever let it happen again. So all right, man. Well, I was thinking about if you could, how many more fights do you need before you think your trajectory to the possible title? Do you really think you'd like?
Man, you know what? I haven't really thought of that.
No.
I think the first thing I want to do is literally get these next two more fights out of my contract, go through, destroy the next two guys, get re-signed, and then look into going higher than there. I think the first focus before anything is making sure I continue to do what I did my last fight. If I go out there and perform that way, and I'm just getting better, my coach Jimmy Garford, Eddie Baraka, Coach Casey, Brian Caraway, I got some amazing dudes in my corner. Everybody at Extreme Couture, the PI Yoshi is doing well, and they treat me so amazing. I'm just only gonna get better from here. So I'm excited.
Yeah, your coach Coach Giff, correct?
Yeah,
you seem to be really close with him.
Oh, he's one of the best, and you wouldn't know this because every time he goes out to corners his fighters, wears a hat, covered up, does his job, goes home. Like even after big wins, like he was cornering Misha Tate and then I think Brian when we both fought in Chicago, I think like 4 or 5 years ago. Misha fought Jessica I, and then Brian Caraway fought Eddie Weiland. So Giff has a bunch of guys underneath his belt. Used to coach Forrest Griffin. Used to coach. He has his hand on a bunch of guys, but Forrest Griffin is one of the guys that he won a title with. Misha, he won a title with Misha. He's under the radar. He doesn't like to be out there. He doesn't really go out. He doesn't do the social media one. I literally just made him an Instagram. Coach
Nice.
James Gifford. Just so I could tag. I'm not gonna post anything on there. We're just gonna tag him, make sure people know who he is, because this guy is a wizard on the stand-up. The way he could break people down and know habits, and this guy is one of the best out there. Having him in my corner, having Eddie Baraka another striking, and then having Brian and Coach Casey as my ground.
It's on, baby. Yeah, I just wanted you to give a shout out to your coach because I know that my brother's coaches, meant so much to him, especially Barrett Yoshida. His jiu-jitsu coach is still like my brother and our sensei in general. So I just love him. He's the man. And so I wanted you to make sure to give some props to your coach because he doesn't get a lot of credit often, but he seems to be absolutely amazing in his technique and his abilities. And it's just really quiet guy. So it's nice to give him a little shout out and a little love. And then what else was I going to say? And are there any fighters at your gym currently that we should be looking out for that are up and coming that haven't gotten a chance yet that are usually like, oh my God, this kid's going to be something?
There's this kid called Kobe. It's a French last name. I'll post about him more. But this kid is insane.
Yeah.
Like, I have good wrestling. This guy has better wrestling.
No way.
Like but his striking, he's got to work on his striking, got to work on his ground. We're gonna help him get involved, but just straight wrestling alone, even better than mine. And I feel hard notch. This guy is a stud.
How old is he?
24, 25.
Oh, he's a young buck.
young buck stuck up and coming. I think he moved to Las Vegas to help Jessica I. Jessica I brought him down just to help her. He's one of her coaches, but the dude is amazing. So we're gonna work on him. He's gonna come up. Definitely look out for this guy.
Awesome. Well, dude, I've had an absolute pleasure interviewing you after your win versus Anthony Burchek. I look nothing but the best for you in the future. Would you like to shout out any of your other sponsors while you can before we get off there?
Real Water, fucking Rockwell Watches. Thank you everybody from the UFC. Big thanks to Tara from the UFC PIs, one of the physical therapists. She's the main person I go to kind of just get healed up. She takes care of me. I had an injury with my knee at the beginning of the fight camp against this one, and she healed me up and got me all going to where I'm at. So now I can't even feel it. But
Nice.
big thank you to everybody from the UFC PI. They just the best. Truly just the best.
Well, I can't thank you enough for giving us your time. I know you're a super popular dude now, especially after everyone's jumped on the bandwagon. And, we love you here at the MMA for Money show. We'll always be your #1 fans. This is your podcast anytime you want it to be. I just like everyone who listened, liked, and subscribed. Thank you for tuning in to our special edition of Gustavo Lopez and Don't Cope, Just Win, Mike Copenaver, doing what we do at the MMA for Money show. Take care, guys.